Hello, my name is Chen Zhu and I've been at IU for 16 years. I'm a hydrogeologist geochemist. I study water flow and water's reaction with the minerals. I'm going to show you some of our recent research projects. What is the FutureWater.indiana.edu? Okay, what is the FutureWater? Part of the motivation is that we scientists as a community are not very effective, successful to communicate to society. We have one of the highest living standards in the world. One-third of the population now have four-year college education, but there's some sentiment against the concept of climate change. So we need to kind of get out of our own comfort zone and just not publish paper and forget about it, and try to communicate effectively to the society. So our concern here is water. Will Indiana have enough water in the middle century, the end of the century? And but we know that the water cycle, like you here, the cartoon water cycle is very sensitive to temperature changes and precipitation changes. And that's the motivation, like for our study. We want to know whether there's going to be enough water in the future. So here is the Wabash River Basin. And so this is kind of a natural boundary. The state lines are the administrative boundary. The Wabash River originated in northern Indiana, and here Ohio, and flow most of the state. And you see that the river basin covers a little bit of the Illinois. So we need to have a climate forecast, and that we obtained from the University of Notre Dame. And this is the paper we published in 2018. And this climate model is the same climate data that Purdue University and the other university teams put into this Indiana Climate Assessment Report. We used a software called SWAT, Soil Water Assessment Tool. This is a software developed and distributed by Department of Agriculture. Unlike most of this kind of research you have seen at the universities, we went one step further and devoted a lot of efforts to visualize the modeling output. And also the output are available for download. To get on the site, there's one button here to say learn about the project. So you want to know the scope of the project, you want the team and the publications, you can put that. But if you click this button on the right, say explore modeling forecast, and that will lead you to the modeling output. This is the Wabash River Basin and the little polygons at the sub-basin. You can see we put the modeling output on the web. It's a free access to everyone. Everyone has internet, you can access that. So now I want to draw your attention to the tab called variables. So you can see we can plot precipitation, evapotranspiration, soil water content, groundwater recharge, base flow, stream flow, and yield, right? And so now it shows precipitation. And so this is stream flow. We can see what yield, and you can see that. You can also get into a specific sub-basin, like say Bloomington. I'm living in Bloomington. I want to see a basin that is close to Bloomington, so I just click it, right? And the data show up. The FutureWater Indiana Science Gateway is the product of a very large team. We have postdocs and students and supporting staff. We also work very closely with the University Information Technology Services, in particular the Science Gateway group. We're also developing teaching modules. Climate change is a very, very difficult, challenging pedagogical project. It's something amorphous. right? We have developing exercises now to let K-12 students and undergrad students to see the summer basin nearest to your hometown and see how the climate impacts on water resources. I'm working with K-12 education specialist, Dr. Adam Scrivener, and my students in my class, my undergrad students in my class, and then they develop K-12 education kits, and that'll be available very soon. We built a research infrastructure. Now that allow us to take on more complex, more challenging science questions and for the years to come.